Almost every girl has had the perfect wedding plan ever since she was a child. I myself have been planning my wedding that will take place in just a few months. On average, there are 2.4 million weddings per year in just the US alone. That's over $72 million per wedding in the United States. Today, I will be explaining the steps to create your perfect wedding. First thing first, you need a budget. Budgets will differ for everyone. The most important thing with wedding planning is budgets. You don't want to plan your whole wedding and to come to find out you can't afford it because you didn't make the right budget. Budgets are the least favorite thing, but they are the most important. Next is inspiration. You have all control over how you want your wedding to turn out. Next thing you do is pick your guest. It's very important who you want to be at your wedding. You then need to pick your bridesmaids and have your groom pick his groomsmen. Choosing bridesmaids and groomsmen is one of the hardest parts because there's so many people that you want standing beside you on your big day. The most popular months for having a wedding is the early summer and fall. The months between that are around the cheapest ones. Choosing a venue could be stressful, but it is very exciting. Once you have your budget picked, then picking a venue would be slightly easy. You don't want to find this beautiful venue and realize that it's not on your budget. Creating a registry should be done early on in the wedding planning, so your guests will have a while to get your gifts and they'll know what you want before the wedding. I'm sure not everyone has a wedding hashtag, but to me, I think they're fun and they're interesting. And the hashtag that we'll be using at my wedding is New Hooks on the Block. You will need to hire a vendor. Vendor makes sure that everything runs smoothly and your wedding day will be perfect. After you have your location, the day, and all your guests, you need to send out invitations. Finding the perfect dress could take a month. This needs to be one of the first few things that you do so you have time to pick your dream dress. Planning the honeymoon is very exciting but also pricey. You need to plan this in with your budget to make sure you can afford everything that you want to do. Buying wedding bands is very important because you want to find the perfect band that fits you and your husband, and it needs to match your everyday outfits and be comfortable enough for you to wear every day. Creating a seating chart is also very important. You don't want to sit two family members that don't get along beside each other, so having an open seating chart where it's spaced good enough distance is definitely important. There will be no wedding without the marriage license. That is one of the most important things. So make sure you get the wedding license before you show up to your wedding. Speak with vendors before the wedding. They need to tie up all of the loose ends and tie up everything so that your wedding day will run smoothly. If you go to have your wedding and you haven't spoken with your vendor, you may not have the perfect day that you planned on having. Finally, it is time to get married. Don't forget to let loose and just have fun. Once you have all of your things tied up, you should have your perfect day. Today, we went over all of the steps to have the perfect wedding.